The latest update from the U.S. Drought Monitor shows that the drought across Iowa is actually continuing to get worse, especially in northeast Iowa. That's where extreme drought is becoming more widespread. That dark red color from Mason City to Waterloo and Cedar Rapids and all the way north to Decorah. We also have an area of extreme drought in southeast Iowa, including Ottumwa and Centerville. 18% of the state now is dealing with extreme drought. If we zoom in closely to our area, just comparing right now to last week, the area of extreme drought now taking over Franklin County. It's getting worse there, also becoming more widespread in southeast Iowa. And these are the numbers. It's pretty crazy to see some of this. Since the beginning of 2023, 90% of the state has been considered unusually dry, which means we've had drought going for the entire year. We even had over 60% of the state that was experiencing moderate drought at that time. Look at how it has changed, though, over the course of the year, growing and becoming more problematic. The extreme drought briefly improved in the spring, but now heading into the fall, it is getting worse again. In Des Moines specifically, we recorded just shy of 2.5 inches of rain in the month of August. That is well below the average, which is about 4 inches for the entire month. But then the really staggering statistic is for the entire calendar year, nearly 19 inches, which seems like a lot. However, through the end of August, we typically would see around 27 inches. So that's a pretty sharp difference. And obviously, it's going to take a while, a lot of different rainfall events before we could truly make up for that deficit. Lamoni is one of the few towns that is not experiencing a deficit just for the month of August. They did have some locally heavy rainfall earlier in the month, but areas like Ames, Ottumwa, and Marshalltown are all dealing with that drought and with the abnormally dry conditions. Take a look at this in Marshalltown alone. Nearly 3 inches below the average for the month of August. So what does it mean moving forward? Well, this is the update from the Climate Prediction Center. Their monthly outlook for September, it favors below average rainfall again. So more likely dry through much of the month of September. That doesn't mean that we won't get any rainfall at all, but the pattern so far does not lend itself to any meaningful rainfall. We hope that pattern will change heading into fall, but of course that remains to be seen. For now, we will continue to keep an eye on the drought, which gets updated every single week on Thursdays.